Marsha the conqueror, the people's defender.
Comrades, good night. You're looking good. Pine Gardens, we are here. Where the Central Massive? Come forward, come in. Come forward, Central Massive. Central Bastille. I love you, darling. Cutie where you be, come forward. Central Bastille. The time to show up and be counted is almost nigh. Residents of Pine Gardens and Central Bastille, I can't say it enough. This election is so crucial that it will determine what quality of life you will have for the next 5 years. Now, comrades, we continue as a team in Central Bastille to walk the length and breadth of this constituency. That is because it is important that I hear you and understand what my people are going through. Yes, and so comrades, I recognize that one of your main concerns in Central Bastille is the lack of housing, as well as the lack of affordable housing. As your elected representative, this is a problem that I will work diligently to make a thing of the past. Working with the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party administration, I will ensure, comrades, that the residents of constituency number 2 take advantage of the home and business financing programs that we have planned as a party. I have heard the cries of the residents of the persons living in the Gardens housing project, the issues that relate to your plumbing, your electrical work, and even the tiles that continue to pop up out of your floor. Once we go and are elected into office, we will get a team to visit you there in the garden housing immediately to address those issues. Those of you in Central Bastille with land, you will get the opportunity for a house to be built on that land. We will be building affordable housing for those without land as well, as we appreciate that there is a dire need for housing. As a single mother myself, I understand how difficult it is to provide for your families and will address your housing needs to prevent you from paying high rents and prevent you from moving from house to house to house. Labour will build 2,000 homes in the next 5 years. And Central Bastille will get their share of those homes. Throughout the constituency, there is an urgent need for proper road maintenance and the construction for proper drainage. Areas inside Shadwell East and some of the parts of New Road housing will still need proper roads to be built. All of this will be changed for the better with a St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party at the helm. We will improve the infrastructure in Central Bastille. Shadwell, your infrastructure is on my agenda for the first year in office. You will have better roads in Pine Gardens, better roads in New Road, better roads in Market Street, Wade's Garden, and College Housing, just to name a few places. We are coming with solid plans for community maintenance and development in constituency number 2. As your next representative, I will work to ensure that the residents of constituency get the better treatment, better access to the resources and opportunities that will empower and make your lives better. Life in Central Bastille will be better with Labour and with Marsha. Our next Prime Minister, Dr. Terence Drew, continues to advocate about his plans to revolutionize healthcare in this country. And I look forward to the day in a Labour cabinet when we will be able to make these and many other plans a functional reality on behalf of the people of Central Bastia. Among the plans for healthcare improvement is a plan for the expansion of the community health-based services. Under this plan, I will ensure that the Bastia Health Center receives the crucial upgrades it needs in order to service our growing communities. We will renovate and expand the Bastia Health Center and increase the services it offers. Some of the new services we will seek to make available at the new health center are blood tests and physical therapies. We will also make more district medical officers in the Central Bastia communities. Our elderly in the Central Bastia communities will be better cared for under a Labour government. I will pursue the establishment of a daycare center for the elderly and disabled persons in our communities, especially those who require supervision throughout the day. This will help to improve their quality of life by keeping them socially active. This is a benefit because many of our people have become depressed due to social isolation. In Central Bastia, we will join with Comrade Conris in providing a community center for this community, which comprises mainly of persons in constituencies 2 and 3. We will collaborate and work in transforming the Shadwell Great House into a museum and multi-purpose center with opportunities for learning and for recreation. I am committed, comrades, to addressing the needs of my people. I am committed to bringing transparency to and strengthening the existing programs within my community so that our young people are not continuously exploited. Ensuring, comrades, that our young, hard-working men become a part of our social security program so that they can benefit later in life and be assured of the good health plans that are available to them. Our young men and women in Central Bastia will be taught skills and entrepreneur development that can be utilized in their daily operations so that they can begin to see profits from their hard work and investments. The next Labour government would address the void in the current job market. This Labour government will be filled with creative and innovative minds, comrades, that will be ready to undertake the task of job creation. Now, when the members of the Unity Construct formed the government in 2020, and they were victorious over our great Labour Party, there was a feeling of bliss and creation. People were saying, give them a chance. Let's see how this works. And comrades, they had their chance. We saw the appointment of Prime Minister Harris, which was agreed to and considered by the other members of the Unity Construct. Now, comrades, it's 2 years later, and we went from singing family to witnessing the firing of 6 elected members of parliament. Now, comrades, our people had their expectations of this leader and the other members of his government. Our people expected leadership with passion. They expected leadership with order, and they expected leadership with integrity. But comrades, unfortunately, they have left nothing but a trail of destruction and hurt on this country. But thank God, comrades. Thank God that the elections are coming, and the people of this country will elect the Kitts-Nevis Labour Party into government. Our party, comrades, will provide a strong and stable government for St. Kitts and Nevis. And I can say this with conviction because the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party is a strong, resilient party with the capacity to recreate ourselves.
We're coming in stronger than ever. We're coming in stronger than ever.
Comrades, history has demonstrated that this country thrives under the leadership of the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party. And our political leader and next Prime Minister, Dr. Terence Drew, has demonstrated that he has the confidence and the tenacity to make the hard decisions and to provide leadership that is necessary. The St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party has been blazing the trail of leadership in national development, comrades, and politics from the inception of this great party. Unfortunately, comrades, this has not been the experience on the Team Unity and the Harris-led government. 7 years later, comrades, what are we seeing from his leadership? Nothing but reckless leadership, the rampant spite and mismanagement. It is safe to say, comrades and the people of Central Bastia, this country cannot stand another day under this wicked and callous government. 7 years later, comrades, and what do we have to show? Nothing but rampant instability and the squandering of public funds. 7 years later, and we're seeing poor governance, comrades, which have plagued every area, every nook and cranny of this country. Dictatorship and a one-man rule has replaced the sacred tenets of our democracy. Comrades, this administration has been the greatest drag on the advancement of our nation. We have suffered way too much, and we have suffered far too long, comrades. So, comrades of labor, St. Kitts and Nevis is crying out for restoration. Our country is crying out for transformation. St. Kitts and Nevis, comrades, is desperate and in need of our solution. The solution, comrades, is the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party. The only bastion of hope and the only light at the end of the tunnel. The St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party has been standing in the gap for the people of this country. And we are well prepared today, comrades, to get the job done. Now, we offer ourselves to you, not because it is our turn, or it's because it's our birthright, but because, comrades, we have done our homework. We are now ready to take action. Whilst we're here in opposition, we have been readying ourselves to take our place in government. We have examined all of the issues, comrades, and we have come up with workable solutions, the solutions that I previously mentioned, particularly for Central Bastia. We have canvassed and we have listened to our constituents. We have consulted with the stakeholders. We have learned from this government's mistake, and we have learned from our mistakes too. And so, comrades, we stand ready to rebuild this country, because decent people deserve dignified leaders. Right-thinking citizens deserve dignity and decency. A great country, comrades, deserves a great party. And what better party, comrades, to lead us in this time than the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party? If this country ever needed an organized, experienced, and disciplined party, comrades, that time is now. If this country ever needed a leader of integrity, comrades, that time is now. If this country ever needed the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party, comrades, that time is now.
Show me your voting finger, raise up your voting finger. Show me your voting finger, raise up the voting.
If this country ever needed a Dr. Terence Drew, comrades, that time is now. If Central Bastia ever needed a Marsha Henderson, comrades, that time is now. And so, comrades, as I sat behind in the waiting area, we miss you guys, but as we sat behind there, I recall something that was said to me. Somebody told me earlier this week that progressive public policies are what eliminate poverty and produce paradigm shifts for our people. Progressive public policies are what eliminate poverty and produce paradigm shifts for our people. This resonated with me, comrades, and this is so because had it not been for the progressive policies of the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party, particularly the policies in relation to education, I would not be able to stand here tonight and boast of being a successful lawyer. You see, comrades, our policies have in fact transformed lives, my life being one. Our policies have enhanced our communities. Our policies have improved our families. So comrades, ignore the noisemakers with their propaganda about our party ending the programs, some of which they know were started by this party. So comrades, they have wasted their time. They had their chance and they blew it. 7 long years they spent in government, feeding out of the troughs of the Unity Concord. They wasted their time and have the nerve to come back and ask us for 5 more years. Well, let it be known that we have done the performance appraisal. And we say they have been weighed in the balance and found wanting. Eyes have not heard and ears have not seen the kinds of atrocities that our people have suffered under this wicked government. So 7 years we have suffered and 7 years we have prayed. And just in a few more days, comrades, coming is the election day. And come on the election day, all of us in Central Bastille are going to have we say. All of us in East Bastille are going to have we say. And all of us in West Bastille going to have we say. And so, comrades, we need to remember, particularly in Central Bastille, that for too long we have had our representative missing. For too long we have not been getting good representation. And it is time, as we have been saying, comrades, to get rid of them. So, as Comrade Jeffrey likes to say, when the election comes, we don't want a mix-up. We ain't want no mix-up. We want a clear and powerful mandate, comrades, to rescue this country.
Now mix up, baby! Vital! Now mix up! Now mix up! In the red, red! Now mix up! Now mix up!
And so, as we've been saying, the Prime Minister has to announce the elections. He has until Sunday or Monday to announce the elections. And come whenever election days, whether it's the end of July or early August, whenever the election is called, let them know, comrades, that we are red and we're ready. So tell your friend, tell your mother, and tell your neighbor that this time around, all of us rolling with Labour. This time, comrades, they ain't gonna fool us with their money and they ain't gonna fool us with their promises. Because this time, comrades, we are red and ready. This time we are standing in defense of our families. We are standing in the defense of our communities. And comrades, this time we will be standing in defense of our democracy. And this time, it is time for us to take our country back. And how do we do that, comrades? 1 seat at a time. Because every constituency matters. 1 index finger at a time. Because every vote counts. We're going to bang them in the east. We're going to bang them in the west. And when they come Central Bastille, when they come to Central Bastille, comrades, when they reach Central Bastille, a load of licks gun cheer.
Just as sure as the sun will rise, the
vote for me because I have your back. And a vote for me is a vote for you. I ask you as well to vote for all of our solid candidates, all 8 candidates. Because it's going to be a new day and a better way. So comrades, thank you again for journeying with us in Central Bastille. I love you. I love you. Thank you and have a good night.
Marsha the Conqueror, the people's defender.